Here's a, I'm going to call this one Patina, with some jackets I have that have a lot of wear. I guess that's Patina, worn and worn out. This is a unknown comic leather jacket. I would say it's horsehide, sure feels like horsehide. That needs some repairs and stitching kind of all over the jacket. Multi-piece back with the real kind of high adjustments. I don't know who made this jacket, or really from what era it's from. It has a very sort of a fancy crown zipper. You don't see crown zippers too often. It has a quilt lining, light quilt lining, which is really in very good shape, and the leather itself, although the finish is pretty worn from it, it needs a lot of stitching, but the leather is not torn, flaking, particularly flaking, even on the collar. It looks worn, but really not that bad. It's a small jacket, coat. I can't wear it. It's probably 38, maybe a 40. I don't know. Again, I don't know what year it is. There's nothing in the sleeve, or excuse me, in the pockets to indicate anything with the year of this jacket. Along the same lines, maybe if a little longer, is this little number here, which I had for a while, because I just thought it was cool. Turns out, through examination and looking at some other stuff, this is in fact a Monarch from Milwaukee. It's not labeled, and I don't know if it's ever had a label. I don't think it has, as I recall. But I have another Monarch just like this. Exactly the same. Only it's in better shape, let's say. This has the sleeve, the very delicate sleeve pulls here. It's a light leather. It's not a heavy leather. This one's really got some wear on it, and it needs some serious restoration in the back, which I was told, since this is a French seamed line here, very, very difficult and expensive to have done. It's got a little bit of maybe need a little reinforcement up in the shoulder area. Finish is just really shot on that jacket. The hem's pretty well shot. I doubt if I'll ever be able to do much as far as restoring that jacket. Someone told me, and this man really knows his stuff, that these sorts of repairs with that French seam, which he said was pretty common with the Monarchs. He was able to identify the Monarchs pretty readily by just certain characteristics of their construction. This one looks like it was originally a brown color. The other Monarch I have, which is in better shape, is actually more of a brown color, or more of almost a black, gray, kind of an unusual sort of color. You know, this one's got some patina. Yeah, it's a light leather too. It's not a heavy leather. Again, I don't know the story behind this guy here. I just don't think it's maybe as old as it looks. That's kind of a way of saying it. A couple others are going to come up here in a minute. I got a sport clad there and a Bobbrich. I think, is this a Bobbrich? This delicate little guy, I bought it in an antique shop quite a few years ago. It never did fit. It's a fairly small jacket. And I don't know what that very cool label. Bobbrich. Outdoor wear by Bobbrich, and it's got a long gun on there like an old musket. I bought that in an antique mall, and the lady said it belonged to a man who flew in World War II, and he used this as a jacket. Well, you know, you hear a lot of stories about a lot of stuff you buy. And I always like to listen to stories, maybe ask some questions. I don't always maybe believe the stories, but they're always kind of nice to have. I would assume it's a horsehide jacket, one of the few that I have that have a lining like that. This one is really pretty crisp. This also has a crown zipper, I think. Yeah, it has a crown zipper with a nice spring in it. It works really nice. I don't know that I've ever done anything to this jacket or treated it or really kind of always scared to do anything to it. The arms are almost at this point like suede, just almost, you know, they're brushed. All the finish has been worn or brushed off of it. It's a delicate little jacket. Like I said, it's got the fancy. I think I'm going to be able to get a shot of that crown zipper in there. I have to measure this one. Yeah, this needs it needs stitching. Here's another favorite right there is the sport clad. I had to have this one. The story behind this one, and I think this is a true story, I don't know why the guy would want to make something like this up. He worked for in California, Northern California, he works for a company that tears down old structures, old barns, harvests the wood. And he found this, he said he found this jacket in an old barn. Stuff behind, they were tearing something out, and this jacket was stuffed in there among something, he said, I don't remember what, but it was kind of hidden and appeared. I would say it's from the 50s. It's got a chain zipper, which, you know, zippers obviously are helping identify jackets. In this case, you know, that pull is gone, I think. Yeah, it is. This has this Fort-clad label, genuine horsehide. Interior is original, but is pretty well. It's very worn. Very worn, like everything else about this jacket. It's very worn. And it's about a 44. I can wear it. I have worn it. It's I love this jacket. I just love the feel of it. I'm not even sure what color it was originally. Black? Brown? I really don't know. It's hard to tell from the over the years. I used to call him Patina Pete. It's all patina. Maybe it was black. It's got a chain zipper in it. It had a very, well, it has a very heavy Talon zipper in it now. And you can easily see the tracks of the new stitching, which wasn't lined up. Probably a home job. Great patina on the arms. Well, that's sort of the patina look, feel, for at least for the vintage jackets. Certainly have patina on the new jackets too. These are some of the worn jackets I've got. Probably have some more, but these kind of jump to mind.